Welcome again. This is Spotlight. And we've did a few more on the kingdom of God and heaven than we usually do, but we've just had fun with these. So it's our fun, whether it's yours or not. Thank you for letting us do it. If you're still watching, we're thankful. And there's many more, but let's just do this last one here this time. It's about the fishing net. So they said the kingdom of heaven is like a fishing net. And you collect all these fish. But when you begin to go through the net, I don't know if you've ever done this. We've had some fun. I'm in Thailand or the Philippines, and we're on a beach, and we have an afternoon free after our meetings are over. I have helped pull in a net just for fun. Several villagers are all there. And then all the women come down, and they go through the fish. And they have to sort the fish and decide which ones are good and which ones are worthless, too small, no good. No one wants that fish. I have been to the tuna place down in General Santos in the Philippines where they have a little way of measuring something in the fat. And this one goes here, and this one goes to California. It said in 2 days, people can be eating that tuna in America. And they freeze it and they ship it on Philippine Airlines. So let's talk about the judgment. What does it mean? Who is going to be the one to decide whether a fish is good enough to be in and others are going to go out? Jesus says some will be out, and there'll be gnashing of teeth of those who are thrown out, and others will get to be in the kingdom. So I grew up with a very strong idea that God is the one looking and watching and reading the books, and the angels have been writing everything down. Angels miss nothing. And somehow they know what you're thinking, and they know your attitudes, even if you're faking it and real, they know all that. And they write it all down. And there's this amazing record of I'll be 70 in a few weeks, 70 years so far of everything you've thought, said, or done, or you should have done that you didn't do. And then God will look it all over, and if he catches you that you forgot to get some things forgiven, or you were kind of slack on getting a couple things over, getting victory over those things, God will hit the gavel, and an angel will go over and just erase your name off that list, and your name goes over to the other list, from the sheep to the goats. Is it like that? Is God the one measuring, evaluating, comparing, counting, testing to see if you will make it good enough or not? Barry Bonds was a baseball player who came from Riverside, where I live. And he ended up at Pittsburgh and in San Francisco, and he had 3 more most valuable players. And he made some mistakes, but he has hit the most home runs, whether drug-aided or not, in history. But he was kind of a jerk to people, and everyone knew that. This lady wanted to interview him. He agreed to come, but then he wouldn't show up for a week. Finally, she had to go to Willie Mays and someone and say, "Come on, Barry, show up." So he finally showed up. And she asked him, "How come you're kind of surly and grumpy?" And he said, "You play baseball and you hit a home run at the end of the game and 60,000 people cheer you and it feels great. The next day you strike out with the bases loaded and people boo you. It doesn't feel so good. How would you like it? Cheered some day, booed other days. Yeah, you can make a lot of money, but it still hurts." He said, "When I was 5 years old, I was kind of the lead guy in a play, giving little announcements and things. And I said, there was a lot of parts, and sometimes it was too quick for me to change my clothes." He said, "One time I had to go back out. I had to change from one outfit to an Indian outfit, and I didn't get my shirt on in time." And he said, "I had to go out there at 5 years old and do my part without my shirt." And he said, "Nobody booed. Nobody made fun of me. No one talked about it." He said, "That's the way life should be." Is that what God is? Or is he the one judging and evaluating and comparing? We get evaluated everywhere else. And God says, "Not with me. Nothing will separate you from the love of God. I change not. Jesus Christ the same yesterday, today, and forever. He loves everybody. He's given salvation to everybody. He's given life to everybody. That's all through the Bible, and I can go through that over and over again. We decide whether you want to be with him. You and I decide. Bill Hybels was in a sailing race here in San Diego. Aircraft carrier came into the bay, and all the sailing boats, the race stopped. Half the boats went left, half the boats went right. The great aircraft carrier didn't choose which ones went right or left. It didn't tell the race to stop. But it was the issue. Jesus Christ is the issue that people have to decide about. But he's not the one deciding. You and I decide. Shackleton, or one of the other explorers, was going up north, and they were kind of in trouble because the ice floes were breaking up. And they would come up in the morning sometimes, and there would be a break between some people and others. And water was there, and they would have to use long hooks to try to get them back. Would you camp next to the captain in the boat? Or maybe you don't like the captain, so you camp away from the captain, and now the water comes, and you're not with the captain anymore. The captain doesn't decide who sleeps next to him. You decide whether you like the captain and you want to be close to him or not. We decide. We decide. But there will be a judgment someday. Not all the fish are going to be accepted. Not all the fish are going to make it. But we will decide whether you want to be with Jesus or whether you're not. Kingdom of Heaven is like this. Thank you for being with our series. And next month we'll do another one. We'll look forward to it. We love doing it, and we love having you be a part of it. This is the Spotlight family. God bless you all. Thank you for watching Spotlight. We're so excited about this. We hope that you'll subscribe, and so you'll get all of them. And please just forward it on to others and tell other people about it. And let's just see what kind of an audience we can get for these messages of Spotlight. God bless you.